So good afternoon here from Mocha Maraval for the final game in the under 17 division in the Northzone Federation Football, Youth Football, where we will see City FC play Cardinals FC. So this is the final game. Two teams here with everything to play for. Two teams know each other well and have a lot to prove against their counterparts. We will see Cardinals start with the ball. Cardinals have led for most of the league, but lost it right at the end to a Pro Series team that just secured victory with a 2-0 win over trendsetter Hawks. So we see the kickoff here, Cardinals starting us off, going long into the City half. And the first few minutes of these games, you always find a few nervous moments as both teams try to find their rhythm. These two teams have done well in the various leagues across Trinidad. These two clubs, I should say, done well in the various leagues across the northern part of Trinidad in the last few seasons. They have built clubs with strong foundations and clear identities. What would make it an exciting matchup today is there are two teams with two very different football identities, and that is something that we appreciate in the landscape of youth football in Trinidad and Tobago in the North Zone, where teams come out with different playing identities. So no doubt giving the coaches at national level a lot to choose from in terms of offerings. So City FC, a team that is known for a lot of quick interplay, keeping the ball on the ground, moving it very quickly. And Cardinals, a team known for a lot of individual composure on the ball, strength, players that are built and trained to be confident on the ball and resist pressure. So these players tend to be psychologically very strong. You don't find them very easy flustered when they're on the ball, something that's a philosophy that has been driven into them by the coaching staff at Cardinals. And conversely to the City signature style, they are encouraged to express themselves, develop and show themselves, something that we always like to see in an early age as the players refine their touches, refine their confidence before being too tactical strong. But both philosophies working well for both teams. Both teams have their share of players in the national selection rotation, and is exactly the type of competition we like to see. The referee stops play as a City FC player takes it in his back. It seems to be okay. And shortly we will give you an idea of the two teams. There's going to be a drop ball for City FC. So for City FC, in goal we have Jacob Agostini, who hold on, there's an attack happening here. Good strength, but neither player possessing the ball is eventually cleared out in favor of City FC. So we have Jacob Agostini in goal. Malachi Neves, number 13. Savi Sanka. Jalen Manswell. Isaiah Blackman. Zane Clavery. Kenai Richardson. Kumani Campbell. You see opportunity here for City, but it goes wide. Brandon Chinsang, and of course Jeremiah Nanton, a name that we would be familiar with in the national setup. We also have Luke Xavier, who is in on the right back for City FC. Behind the ball now. Both teams trying to do a nice flick pass, but it is read eventually and cleared out by City. Cardinals still behind it. As I say, in these games, for the first 5-10 minutes, both sets of youth players try to discover the tempo, try to fall into rhythm, try to understand the opponent. So we expect to see not the cleanest game in the first 5 minutes, and they fill those gaps of composure with intensity, which is exactly what you want to see, neither giving the other team too much room as they wrestle for control of the game. So this is going to be a Cardinals throw-in the final third, in the attacking third. It's going to be a throw-in. Referee holding it up a moment. Get the Cardinals player, Jaden Mendoza, to go back. He plays it long. Nice touch, flick over the top. Cardinals still in possession. And they bring it back. Nice touch. A lot of skill here by this player. Liam Hussain, the skipper for Cardinals. But City has possession only for a moment. Well recovered there by that man, Hussain. And the skipper, Hussain, not able to put his toe on it. Mash the tail, as we say in local parlance. So it is going to be a throw-in for City FC to be taken by number 32. A lot of good muscle here. A good play down the line. The referee is going to call a foul. No malice intended. But it is going to be a kick. Some good strength shown by Zachary Dixon and his teammate down that right side. And for that, they have earned a free kick. So, free kick. Looked like he meant it to be long, but it went to his teammate. City pressures. And neither team dominating possession. A dangerous pass back. City still with the ball. Cardinals defender doing well to recover. Good strength on the outside. So the first dangerous moment of the game in favor of City FC. And nervous moment, but it is going to go for a goal kick, cleared against the defender by that man, Cameron Darlington. So the keeper, solid kick to the half, intercepted by City, but quickly recovered by the skipper Hussain. And now they're going to try to play it over the top. A nice ball, but the keeper is safely behind it. And it looks like it's kept in play. City bringing it out the back. And again, not able to put his foot on it, the City winger. And it's going to be a throw. Mendoza. Hussain doing well to control, and he's going to win his team at throw. Throws it in, cleared out by City FC. Cardinals having maybe just an edge of possession more than City FC. came out here with maybe a bit more aggression. City FC searching for that composure while Cardinals searches for dominance in possession. Two teams, as I said, approach the game very differently, and we see how it impacts the game in terms of who has the ball more and where the attacks are created. Now we see a real chance here, but Jacobs behind it. So that is Jacob Agostini placing himself in position well. Cardinals with their second shot on goal. Agostini receives it, changes sides. Cardinals is behind it. And nice attempt at a throw pass. Little miscommunication. Agostini goes short and tries to build down that right side. Great pass. Nice touches here by Nanton, I believe that is. On the far side, we can't see number. And here we see City moving that ball, trying to find that composure that they know from quick passes, but on almost every occasion, broken up. So the game very balanced so far with two very contrasting styles, neither dominating at this stage of the game, and both trying to impose their style of play on the game. Cardinals with their signature pink shirts, a team that plays either in pink or orange. You can't miss them. A long pass cleared out by City FC. It's going to be chased, and Cardinals will win a throw. So they come back. The referee looks like he is calling for some pushing, and City is going to bring it out to the back. And they're going to go flat across the back of the field, switching sides. Long ball over the top. And here's a keeper comes out to the edge of his box to claim it. That is Gift, Estefan Gift. And now he goes long. And these referees blowing. It doesn't look, not sure as a foul, but a player goes down. And at this age of the game, at this stage and age of the youth football, you always want to ensure the safeties of the players. The referees doing a very good job at that. Typically, referees stop the game primarily for head collisions, for head injuries, but in the youth level, you really want safety of the players is most important. So the referee just making sure that the player is good to go before restarting. It will be a free kick for City FC. Player coming off the field to get some attention, and they're going to resume with a kick. A flick, but Jacob Agostini should be behind that, and he is. Almost, it looks like it is marginally outside of the box. The referee assessing it, and he deems him to be outside of the box. It's very close. The ball took an awkward bounce, and Agostini had to make a decision to grab or not grab. In the end, he made a decision. He assessed that the risk was well worth it, and the free kick would not be directly in front of the goal. And it will be a free kick, a direct free kick for Cardinals, just wide right of the goal. So behind the ball to take the free kick is Amani Sion. The referee making sure everybody is where they should be. This is the what could be a second solid chance for Cardinals on goal if Amani Sion can calculate his angles accurately. Referee asked him to make a small adjustment. And the referee and Sion in an extended discussion about angles and positions of the ball, but it seems Sion has the last say. So it looks like he's going to use his left foot, put his left foot to work, and make sure there's a dangerous opportunity. He goes a little high, he leans back, and while he has the line, the right line, he maybe leans back a bit more than he wanted to and puts it over and sends young Agostini into the thick grass to recover the ball and restart with a goal kick for City FC. So Agostini again going short, out the back. But Cardinals applies that pressure, but referee is going to deem that pressure illegal and return the ball to the skipper of City FC. So they go short when they can. Late into the middle, nice touch. Bustled off for the ball, and now there's a real attack. The skipper will sign, looking for his options, and a nice through pass. 3 defenders coming around, and a nice cross, and what a save by Jacobs, but it's still going to go into the goal. Jacobs appealing for, it seems like a offside or foul, but a great second follow-up for Cardinals, who put themselves on the score sheet. We see a good cross under pressure. Jacobs making a great save. Unfortunate that it did not work out in his favor in the end, and that looks like Uzziah Danclair, who did the business. Not sure exactly how much he knew about it, but most importantly, his positioning is what created that goal. Right place at the right time. So great work down the line. A play that started from the skipper, Hussain, and made a great through ball to Dixon, who found a cross despite having 2 defenders on him. And again, finished by Uzziah Danclair, being in the right place at the right time. Great save made by Agostini, but in the end, it wasn't enough. So we see City FC again trying to make their way in attack. Nice skill and a nice pass, and here's a real opportunity. Blocked, and keeper Gift. It comes to his hands, and he's going to go long. For these few minutes after, look at a real chance here. He's going to want to try to relieve the pressure as these players compose themselves after that goal, not bringing any unwanted pressure into their half. And again, the referee is going to deem that bit of pressure too much and return the ball to City FC. City plays out the back. Nice ball in, but again, a lot of pressure here. What would be interesting to see how long both teams can stay committed to their style with respect to the pressure from the other team, and of course, things like fatigue and such as the game goes on. So now we see a long pass over the top, and Gift is going to show his chest-strapping skills before collecting it. So he knows his team is in front by an hour 1 lead, and he is going to try to push that vibe of confidence forward. So nice strength on the ball by Cardinals. Here's another chance. And they still have possession, even though it's been cleared out by City. And it is going to be a throw-in. So the referee is having a conversation with the City FC player, maintaining control of the game. before he resumes it. He understands the passion that these kids express with a game like this, final game of the league. Both teams want tied on points, each wanting to pip the other for second position. A tie benefiting neither team, well, perhaps benefiting Cardinals a little more with the superior goal difference. But no doubt they would want to take that position by points. So now we see City FC, some nice control. And again, the ball is, no team has possession. Liam Hussain again, figure of composure in the midfield. A long ball that is searching, perhaps, but not finding the player that it wants to find. And it is going to be a goal kick. So a lot of play down this right side through Dixon. Jacob Agostini giving some direction to his sweeper. Keepers, of course, in football, the ultimate coordinators, and we are going to take our first hydration break in the first half here in this game that sees Cardinals FC with a 1-0 lead, a great attack built through the middle by the skipper Hussain out to Dixon and finished off by this man Dan Clay in the right place at the right time after a great save, point blank save from Agostini. So we expect a lot more excitement in this first half, the second part of this first half, after these two teams take a quick hydration break. We know the talent of the City players. We know their ability. Cardinals, of course, will not rest on their laurels. Following that goal, they know the task before them. They were probably well drilled for this moment. Both teams would have come out here today expecting Pro Series to fumble, so they were well prepared, no doubt, to make a play for the title, and they bring that to this game here. So teams are back on the field after a quick hydration break. Agostini will recommence, taking his time, coming out through the back. Sequences by City FC, well rehearsed, well executed. And sometimes well read. That is the competitive nature of football that we like. Even Steven, as they call it, no team dominating too much. Crowd wants an exciting matchup in a game that either team could win at any moment. Neutral fans, at least. Of course, City fans and Cardinals fans would have a different idea of how they would see the game. So the ball is up in the air, very high up. City defender behind it. And nice touch, but good strength shown. Screening, and Cardinals bring the ball back out. Try to approach from another side. Ooh, and these two players miscommunicating, but still get a shot off. Two players colliding for Cardinals. I think they may have kicked each other, so referee just making sure both of them are okay. It seems that they're calling for assistance, and this is, of course, Dan Clay, the goal scorer just now, and Dixon, the player who provided that pass. Both players clashing in this play, both of them negotiating who had the right away of that intersection. A disagreement that, of course, is happenstance more than anything, because both players eager to get on the score sheet as they should be. These things happen in football, and it seems like they will be fine. Dixon limping off just for the training staff to take a look at him to make sure everything is okay before resuming play. Cardinals, no doubt, would not want to lose either of these two players this early in the game. Dan Clare seems to be fine and back in the game immediately, while Dixon will need a moment. So there's a through pass here for City FC, and it is cleared out. City still have it. Referee's going to let that incidental handball play on, and City is going to attack from the left. Have a lot of room to work with on this side. Nice skill, but also good defending and good strength on the ball. And seems it's going to be a City FC throw-in. Players going in. A good throw, that awkward bounce, as I say in the box, where no coach wants to see a ball bounce if you're defending. And it is going to be cleared to safety, and City is going to rebuild from the back. So skipper taking some touches, maybe taking a little too long. Played out wide where they have a lot of room, but they're not going to be able to keep that in place. So it's going to be returned to the wing back from Cardinals, Mendoza, to throw it in. He looks for Hussain, he goes over Hussain. And good composure. Both teams battling for the middle of this field. It's a good cutout of a through pass that would have otherwise been dangerous. And referee is going to call a foul. The wingback for City disagrees, and the referee imposes his authority with a yellow card. So, referee in this case just letting the lads know who is boss out here on the field. Player taking his boots off. And this again looks like Dixon is down. Dixon just came back onto the field following the clash with his own teammate. So hopefully it's not the same spot that has suffered a kick again. They are taking off everything, his socks, his shoes, to spray it, treat it. The referee has signaled he has stopped the clock. Players show concern while discussing strategy. This, folks, the last game in the under-17 division today. Teams battling for second place. Cardinals now has the edge, having a better goal difference, as well as taking the lead 1-0. So we see City figuring out how they're going to approach this rest of this game, being 1-0 down. So it was not Dixon, it was actually Dan Clare who received that kick. And Cardinals is going to resume while Dan Clare gets some attention on the side. So it's going to be played short and then long into the box. Good idea, not the best touch. And again, this man doing a lot to the ball willing in the middle of the park, along with Hussain. Those two players there, the skipper Liam Hussain and the number 11 Cristiano Budo, doing a lot to the ball winning, breaking up a lot of the good work and planning that City has put into this game. And I would say one would argue that they are the ones who are creating the impact that makes the difference on the field here today. So Cardinals opting to go long. A nice header, but not enough on it. Agostini behind it. Agostini looks for his options, places it to his skipper, and City work their way down that right side successfully so far. But it goes to Gifts, and Gifts a little uncertain. He did not come with the confidence. He was a little overconfident in getting it, and almost led to a chance for City FC. And a nice piece of skill here The referee calls for a penalty. The Cardinals players are unsure about that call, but they are not about to change the referee's decision. It definitely was, on replay, a kick inside the box. The skill outwitting the speed of the kick to clear the ball, and it is going to be a penalty kick. 3 players are on it for City FC. Nanton negotiating with his teammates, who is going to be the one to be responsible for this kick. Referee makes sure everybody's in position where they should be, giving the keeper his instructions. And let us see if City FC can bring themselves back into this game. So it's a kick and it's behind it, the keeper is behind it, Gift is behind it, the referee awards a re-kick. He is claiming the keeper moved before the kick was taken, came off the line before the kick was taken, and fortunate for City FC, they will get another bite of the cherry. Keeper still negotiating with the referee, perhaps in vain. The kicker focus referee is making sure the players are where they're supposed to be. The keeper wants to have a look at the ball, gets behind it, everybody replanning their strategy for this kick. Referee urging the spectators to maintain their position at the sideline. Let's see if Gift can pull it off again. Not this time. He changes position and now is getting a little passionate, but nothing unusual here for kids at this age who are passionate about winning. So 1-1 here in Mocha Maraval in the last game for the evening in this under-17, essentially a final to determine second place per series winning earlier, and for the Cardinals fan, not the goal they would have wanted to see. City fans would be relieved, but as neutral spectators is exactly what we want to see in a game like this. So referee is going to call a foul, and this is the sort of spirit we always look forward to, the City player making sure, even being the one who kicked the player, that he was okay. Player seems to be in a lot of pain, and the training staff will make sure they do what they need to do. So this is Darren Blackman, the one who has suffered the kick. Trainers now calling more trainers. Even the cameraman is out there trying to give a hand. So it's never a good sign when there are so many players out there inspecting an injury. The Red Cross is out there, and now we take another look at the clash, and it looks like his trailing knee is where the impact was. So it can be a number of things to some extent. Hopefully it's not too bad, but Red Cross is currently looking at it. The player, while in a lot of pain, I mean, it's always encouraging when the player moving around this much and is actually coherent in his complaints rather than face down in the grass crying. So that is encouraging. I think from the slow motion replay, it looks like he may have gotten a clash just above the knee. A Charlie horse. Hopefully it's nothing more serious than that. If there was something broken or ligaments torn, he would have no doubt at this age been expressing a lot more pain. So hopefully we'll see this player back in play, Blackman. But it is going to be a foul in favor of Cardinals. So Darlington is behind it. He's looking for his options long. Trend that we notice in both games today, those teams that have shown that strength in the midfield and composure by the midfielders are those teams who have opted to play in long to them, versus the teams with the more diminutive players have opted to keep the ball on the ground where they are not disadvantaged and work the ball through. And that is consistent with these two teams and how they're playing here today. So Cardinals now behind it, trying to make an attack down that left side. A nice cross inside, but safely in the hands of Agostini, who rolls it out while he himself rolls with the momentum of that play. It's over the top, back into the middle. Play broken up, but back at the feet of City FC. It looks like Nanta not able to possess it. Cardinals behind it. They try to come out of that side, but it is broken up. Again, as is common in these matches after restarts, it takes both teams to get back in a groove of possession and maintaining possession of the ball. But City have done so and created a nice shot, and the keeper makes two great saves. And there's a third shot and the keeper makes that save too. And Cardinals unable to clear their lines. The referee eventually calls a free kick in favor of Cardinals. Keeper making three saves, gift. That is, this is the first one here. And then he turns, he gets the second one, and they got a third. And three gifts for the Cardinals team by their goalkeeper behind all of those shots. And now he is roaring like a lion in the back, giving notice to the City players that that zone belongs to him. So Giff has been doing a great job. He did a great job both for the penalty kick on the first one, reading it well. His anticipation is good. His positioning has been good. City creating three back-to-back attacks, three shots, all on goal, and Giff has been up to the task for all three. So both players being looked at. The defender in the final tackle is Mendoza. Final clash. Gift as well, still trying to shake himself off physically after diving to the left and diving to the right, diving back to the left. The Red Cross earning their attendance today on and off the field for a couple players. First, Blackman, who we hope is okay. Dixon before that. And now Mendoza. So it seems, well, he will be taken off, but hopefully it's not too something routine. So the referee will bring the game back in play on the sidelines. We see the defender off camera, Mendoza, jogging to get back into position. So he seems to be okay. We look forward to seeing him back on the field. But unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the other player from Cardinals who suffered an injury earlier. That is Blackman. It seems like that is the end of his day out there. The coaches deciding to err on the side of caution. So So ball put back in play, tussle out on that right flank. And now Cardinals has to reshuffle, having lost Darren Blackman for the rest of this game. And we have just about a minute in regulation again. Break that no doubt will be welcomed by both teams who have really put in the work for this half of football. An exciting first half, an intense first half. And we'll see if another chance will be created before the end of the half. So Cardinals behind it. Pass broken up. They're still not able to clear. Our man is down. The skipper is down for City FC. Not sure what happened to him. He was not in a collision on ball, so maybe off the ball he was in a condition, but the referee, he signaled he's fine, and the referee has signaled that play can go on. So Mendoza with the throw line and cleared out, but it will still be Cardinals ball. They throw it in, and Cardinals still has possession. Now cleared out, and this is where City is most dangerous on this half line on the counter attack. Cardinals player for the last two attacks will not be able to respond quickly enough for those last two attacks. City now making their way through the middle. Some nice passing. There's a very real chance here. Player losing control of the ball, and Mendoza takes it out and plays it off of the City winger, and it is going to be Cardinals throw in. Mendoza is going to take it. Both teams putting in the work of a full game just in this half alone, and is reflected in the scoreline, the level of competition. So this is going to be a free kick for City FC. As before, after every restart of the game, the teams have this period when neither of them have possession and they try to get back into groove. There have been a lot of interruptions in the game. Not sure if the referee will allow some additional time, but those disruptions for injuries and such has, effectively broken up the rhythm that these teams have been trying to find. Ball slipping under the player's foot, and we see both players chase, and the skipper plays it out. And scrappy in that corner. Ball still in play. Cardinals on the ball. Nice pass back out. But City is going to play it out of play, and it is going to be Cardinals' ball. So Sign again, always trying to cool the temperature of the game, bring composure to the middle. Not always successful at it, but he is relentless in his pursuit. So just a few minutes left. We're now in time added on for the several stops that we had in the first half, for whether it be injuries or the penalty, etc. Cardinals seem to be making a substitution off camera maybe, and it is causing a slight delay in the game. The referee is continued the game, and another foul. So since the City's equalizing goal, the game has not really found its rhythm as it did, but nonetheless a great competitive first half by both teams, as we expected. Two teams with different football philosophies, different approaches to the game, but equally competitive, and this is why both of them sat close to the top or among the top teams in this league. And this is why the competition, a battle of football philosophies, is given the crowd everything that they expected from this game today. So stay with us for some highlights. And before we take a break for the second half, so we would have seen a few exciting chances from both teams. Cardinals scoring early, and we see it here with a through ball to Dixon and a one-on-one that was foiled by Agostini, but that man being in the right place at the right time. And then here we see the penalty. That first time it was saved, but the referee had signaled that the keeper had moved, gift, and the second time it scored. And then we see here this amazing sequence of saves made by Gift, 3 in a row, to stop what was otherwise a sure goal from City FC. So an exciting first half by both teams, very competitive. Anybody could have taken the lead, anybody could have held the lead in that first half, and no doubt an exciting second half is before us before we end today's game and the under 17 segment of this league. So stay with us for the second half when it resumes in a few minutes. Someone, you ready, right? They're now coming on, they're now coming on. So we are about to start the second half of this encounter between City Blue and Cardinals FC. We see the City team just jump-starting their heartbeat so they can approach this game with the right intensity from the opening whistle. Each team wanting to get the edge on the other in this final game in the division. We have not noticed any changes to either rosters yet. Referee making sure everything is go before he kicks off the second half. Score 1-1 here in Maraval Mocha. Cardinals currently sit in second position, and this is City Blue. There are two City teams in this division, blue and gold. This is the blue team currently sitting fourth position, I believe, in the league. But none of that matters at this time between these 22 kids on the field who only want to prove to the other team that they are the superior team in this particular encounter. So it seems that Cardinals may have made one or two changes to be confirmed. But now here we see some nice skill down the line, but he won't go past all of the defenders, and it is going to be a Cardinals ball. So That man, very tricky, caused a lot of problems for City FC in the first half, and will no doubt terrorize defenders in the second half. City bringing it out the back. Skipper comes wide to Xavier, who tries to go line, but it is blocked by number 7, Dixon. And Xavier will bring it back in with a throw. Dixon interrupts his plan. And Hussein again showing his composure up the middle. Nice pass. And is he going to get it back? Whoa. So, a bit of trickery through the midfield shown by that man there for Cardinals, Christian Rene. Nice pass to him by Hussein. Boudou is going to be the one, it seems, to take the kick. Cardinals players lining up outside that far post as Boudou plays it in almost in a perfect position, but Cardinals attackers not able to get ahead on it. In this case, Rennie, who was the one who created the play in the first place that led to the free kick, and Agostini is going to go wide. Xavier pulls wide, but the skipper may have overplayed, so it is going to be a Cardinals throw in on the attacking edge of the half, or I should say attacking third. Started the attacking third. Ball taking a moment to come back in, and Cardinals puts it down the line. A nice touch, but City defense does what they need to do. Ball now in the Cardinals outside the box, but it is eventually cleared and be restarted with a, seems now the referee's calling a foul in favor of Cardinals. So Gift is going to take it. Looks like he is planning to go long, and he does. Two City attackers behind it, no Cardinals players in sight, and nice touch there by number 14 Rennie behind it, but this man tries to compose it, but he's going to be robbed. And a nice idea, execution not able to match the idea, but there are always possibilities with an early shot, which the Cardinals attacker attempted. In this case, it did not work out in his favor, but it's going to start back with a goal kick for City, who bring it out. They have favored this right side when coming out, going out to Xavier, and Xavier wins a throw for his team. Getting a little direction from his skipper. Lesson that I would like to think he knows, but it never hurts to get a refresher. And that is Dixon, not letting them penetrate, and a nice cross-field pass. Is he going to be able to keep it in? The answer is no. But again, a good idea by Boudou. Boudou and Hussein have definitely written their names in the middle of the park. Good idea by Xavier, but Cardinals quickly snuffs out the play. And for that, City is going to get a throw. The skipper is going to take the throw himself. And it is going to come back to Cardinals. There's a real opportunity here. Dixon showing some skill. They still have the ball. And it's still no, it goes out for a throw. So Cardinals pressing at the start of the second half, much in the same way that they did at the start of the first. So we expect only a matter of time before City levels out and regains that composure. So the referee calls a foul throw, and that Cardinals thrower looks like he thought that the rules may have changed. So ball back in play. Xavier comes inside. City changes side, but it is blocked out. Mendoza behind City tries to start the attack. Again, the ball, no team in clear possession through this period of the game. The ball in the air a lot. Both teams trying to impress themselves on the game. And now City comes through with an attack. So it is going to be a throw-in deep in the Cardinals half. In the background we can hear the medal presentation, which has just recently started for the teams that played before. But for the most part, all eyes are in this game between City Blue and the Cardinals in the 52nd minute. So it's right at the edge of the box. So we will see what can be made of it. Chin Sang behind it. It looks like a lot of whispers. Let's see if the whispers will create results. City at this stage of the game would like nothing more than to take the lead 1-0 and put themselves in a comfort zone to play their football, albeit maybe temporarily. And it looks like it's going to be Chin Sang. No, he fakes. And first post, clever effort, but Gift reads it, not able to hold it. So it's going to be a corner for City FC. And that looks like Chin Sang that is going to take it with his right foot. Referee letting the players know that he's watching them. So keep their hands where he can see it. Chin Sang goes deep, very deep, and ball put back in, not kept in play. Good effort by City FC. Good plan. Gift goes long. City behind it. And the referee calls a foul on Nanton. And Manswell has declared himself the kicker. He sees his players outside the back post, signals to them, and interestingly, a dangerous ball. I'm not sure if he intended for it to go that high, but it was nonetheless dangerous, even though Gift may have disagreed with me. Nonetheless, the referee called a foul on the keeper, and it is going to be a free kick. Gift is going to take it, And Gift is going to get it out to that half line. Great kick, great control, and great pressure all around by all parties. So it is going to be a throw-in for Cardinals. The referee has spotted something off camera. It seems to be a Cardinals player down. So the referee off camera is going to call for some attention for this man here, the skipper Hussain, who Cardinals of course would not want to do without. So he is down, his trainer is on, taking a look at him. May have been a collision to the outside of his right thigh. So he's going to have to come off and return at the referee's discretion. So the referee making sure that he's off. Will restart the game with a Torres Mendoza. City clear it, is kept in play. Player not able to control it, Blackman, but he's still behind it. And for that, the referee awards him the free kick for his tenacity. And they look like they're going to go long and change the play, but no. They're going to come out the back and now playing the football that they are comfortable with. Miscommunication there, and Dixon trying to capitalize. Cardinals applying the pressure. This man, 2 men on him, and they may be giving him a bit too much room, but City eventually clears it upfield. And good screening and a great turn there by City FC. Number 13, he loses the ball, loses sight of it, but doesn't lose possession of it until now, when that man Boudou, who's doing a lot of the cleaning up in the middle, comes up and wins it. So the referee interestingly calls a foul. Boudou taking possession of the ball with his hands illegally, according to the referee. Thought to have been kicked. Slight tackle. The referee seems to communicate that the City FC player got all ball, and conversely his teammate is stretching him, so maybe it wasn't a kick. A lot of signals going on here. I'm not sure which one to be guided by, but nonetheless it will be a free kick for City FC for a handball and not the tackle on Boudou. Boudou doing a lot of good work in the midfield, while Hussain is the player that focuses on the distribution and composure. Boudou is the one doing a lot of the ball winning and breaking up plays in the attack of City FC. So game in good spirits as we round up the under 17 division in this Northzone football, as they used to call it, Northern Federation Youth Football. And it seems that Cardinals just made another change, but it's going to be a City free kick, and it sails in, it's cleared out, a flick, and they are fortunate to possess it, and Cardinals clears it out again, and now it's going to be a foot race up front. There's a battle for that ball. In the end, it looks like City is going to get the ball. Rennie not able to shake off the defender. City changing their strategy, coming up through the left. For most of the earlier part of the game, they favor the right, but they give it up here, and there's a real chance, but eventually cleared out. Not fully cleared. Xavier earned it. Dixon earned it at that time as well. And the ball's still in play. Cardinals player has it. And there's still very much a chance here. Good strength shown on the outside. That player still somehow magically has the ball, showing a lot of skill. And then eventually it sails across the bar. Agostini shouting at his defenders. They allowed that man for Cardinals, Dan Clare, the goal scorer, possessed that ball like it was his pet dog. The City players could not get possession of it. But in the end, all for nothing as the shot sailed over the bar. So City launching an attack up that left side. They have, and the keeper Giff is out of his box, but his defenders cover for him. Ball still in play, and it eventually goes out and will be a throw for City. So far in the second half, we are approaching the halfway mark of the second half. Neither team really dominating the other. We've really seen a fairly even matchup. City, again, while moving that ball around the park. Cardinals has definitely shown strength in possession and maybe continue to have a small edge in this game so far. So very soon, nice move there by Chinsang down the line. Looks for a cross. It's not the cross he wanted. Great idea. Good work. It's cleared out. It's still not in safety. It's headed out. Xavier behind it. Xavier goes wide to Nanton. Nanton, a very tricky player. He tries a shot from outside, and although it was going wide, the keeper Giff not taking any chances and just guiding it outside with his left hand for a corner for City FC. Nanton is going to take the kick. Dixon on that first post. Cross is going to go to the back post, but it's going to go out. A little too close to the keeper on the byline. And it's going to be a goal kick for Cardinals. So we really are at the halfway point of the second half. The score tied at 1-1. We have seen perhaps a few half chances, but none as clear as those we would have seen in the first half. But now we have an opportunity here by Cardinals, but cleared out, and a foul coming out of it to be taken by the skipper of City Blue. Xavier pulls wide, and the City skipper gives it to him. Xavier opts to go long, and City defender trying to control it, not working out as he would have wanted to, but good through ball here. There's a real opportunity here, and Agostini comes out, does what he's supposed to do. That man Dixon, who was involved in the first goal, not able to get the edge on Agostini to push it past him, but a good chance for Cardinals. And now we see on the other end a chance, and Nanton chasing, not successfully, so Xavier plays it inside, but I don't think the player was ready, and Hussein is always ready, and he makes a play down that line. Goal scorer. Now Dan Clay makes a nice pass, nice sequence here, back to Dan Clay, who tries to make a forward pass and it goes out, and hurting himself in the process and being stretched. So obviously it was not an impact, but on that note, the referee signals the hydration break, halftime in this second half, at the half of the second half. So those two chances just before the hydration break, perhaps the best for the game, best for the second half for Cardinals. City FC having a few half chances earlier, a few shots on goal, but the score remains at 1-1. So we will see what happens if either team is able to rise above the other and create a goal or two in what would be the last 20 minutes of this fixture. A lot of these players you can expect to see in the upcoming secondary school football league season coming up in September. A lot of them will return at the end of this league, will be released to their schools to prepare for the SSFL season. And in that you would find players from different clubs coming back and changing from teammates to opponents and opponents to teammates as they switch to their school teams. So the hydration break is over and the referee will restart play where he left it with a goal kick, and he brings it out now, but Cardinals quickly regains the ball. Dixon behind it. He still has possession, but in the end, Nanton will poke a toe, as they say. And it is going to be a throw for Cardinals. They attempt to go long. A nice touch here by Rennie. Rennie taking it with 2 men on his back. Elastico. Dixon feeling full of confidence. He has 3 defenders on him. He tries a cross. Instead, he will win a corner. That is not Dixon, sorry. That is our goal scorer. Dixon now behind the ball. But that was the goal scorer who tried to get past earlier than Claire. But it is going to be Dixon to take the corner. better serve his endeavors as he goes towards goal. So he discusses with Blackman the strategy for this kick. The referee waiting for a substitution, it looks like, to be made. We see Nanton with his hands on his hips. Would have taken a lot of energy to make that run. And he makes the cross, and a great cross to the last post. Headed out and now cleared out. And still not fully in safety, but Dixon is behind it. And Dixon gives up possession, but it is eventually cleared for a goal kick. Neither team really maintained it through that sequence. Agostini shows his talent with his feet, not just his hands. And Hussein running into a bit of trouble there, asking back for the ball. And Cardinals trying to mount an attack from the outside with this man, Joshua Nottingham. And he will win a throw for it. So it looks like it's going to be an attempt at a long throw. And flick on and hit it out. So a shot by Danclair, blocked. Xavier clears it out. Cardinals given possession of this man. Dangerous Nanton. He goes a little too straight on this kick. Gift is behind it. Looking for a striker. And Gift making a nice kick to Dixon, but Nanton comes back to do some defending. The Cardinals still has the ball. And eventually give up possession down that left flank. Just a throw in down the line. And the ball is out of play, and it is going to be a throw in now in the other direction. These two teams so far through the second period of this second half, equally matched. One or two perhaps better chances for Cardinals FC, but they were not able to convert either. And of course, City with a few chances through Chinsang and Nanton, but unable to put either of them on goal. So good play here by Nanton. And neither team has it. Oh, a nice turn there. Smooth by Hussein. And he tries to make a through pass. It's eventually cut out. But that's the kind of composure he brings to the midfield. And now a foul and a yellow card for our goal scorer. And it seems like it's a red card. May have been a second yellow to a red. So his name, Danclair, in the books for several reasons, most importantly being the goal scorer, but also two infringements that caused the referee to eventually give him a red card, and then we'll see it again. We'll see it a second time here. The defender pushes past, and I don't think there was any malice in it. The defender by City FC almost timing the tackle, and do, and it's a good shot. It's a good shot by Chinsang, just trying to open his foot to guide that ball into the goal. And equally good save by Gift, who has definitely been the star of this team, this Cardinals team out here, who had to make the save. So we have just about 6 minutes left in the half. Oh, a tempting ball. Gift is behind it, not quite. He eventually comes to claim it. So Gift goes long, and ball still in play. They eventually give it up. Cardinals, and it coming across to the other side. Nanton cutting inside, and he tries a shot from way outside. Frustrated with himself as the execution. He knew the plan was the right plan, even though the execution was not what he hoped it should have been. So we will resume with a goal kick. More than 5 minutes left in this encounter, and fans of both teams wondering if the players on the field can give their teams, their respective teams, the edge and come out with a victory. While a tie would put both teams on even keel, no doubt on the last team is not a result that either team desires. So Xavier ups the line, and it comes straight back to him. Dixon tries to head it, but seems that he wins the throw for his team. So it's going to be a throw in, and Sion is going to take it. He goes up the line, and that looks like Rennie, who is behind it. And Christian Rennie has always been very competent at taking that ball down with men on his back so far in this game since he's come on. And Sion taking some blows from his teammate Dixon for not having been a little more composed for that kick. Them wanting to score, and is going to resume with a goal kick. Dixon showing a bit of trickery with his control of the outside of his heel, but isn't able to keep the ball. But he comes back to him, he shows his strength. He's able to show off. Xavier makes a forward pass, but it is going to go out for a throw. So only about 3 minutes left in this last series of attacks. It has been Cardinals who has been putting a bit more pressure on City than City has been putting on Cardinals. Nanton and Chinsang have been trying to disagree with that with their respective attacks from the wing, but neither have produced the results that they would have wanted to achieve. Xavier does well to control that pass and then complete his pass, and a tackle from behind and a free kick for City. Even though it looks like Rennie disagrees, I don't think anybody else does. So Xavier will kick it. He's asked to bring the ball back a little bit by the referee, and it looks like he is going to go long. He does, but he puts it flat and is intercepted, but well won back by City FC. Not the best touch, so Cardinals receives it again and are trying to attack from that right side. The referee is going to give a red card to the City FC players, which has led to an uproar of passionate response. Has led to a passionate response from the Cardinals bench, now are playing with 10 men. So while the player count has gone down a notch, the intensity and passion of these two teams has gone up a notch. So we see it again here. And it looks like the player may have swinged an arm, but nonetheless, both teams now have 10 men. So the ball is back in play, and Cardinals try to launch an air attack, but it is going to go out for a goal kick. Jacob Agostini bringing it quickly. Really wants a win for his team here, not wasting any time whatsoever. And with each moment that passes, the passion level in this game goes up. This game almost coming like a final for these teams. Xavier ushering his players to push up. Blackman behind it. Referee's asking him to take the ball back. And it seems that they're asking Xavier to kick it. But he's then relieved of that duty and comes back into his position. City is opting to go long now. Them knowing that there really are only a few minutes left in this game to make a difference. Cardinal clears out. We'll see if either of these teams can pull out a late game winner. A shot from outside from Nanton, but it comes off the back of a Cardinals defender. City still have possession and broken up by Dixon. Dixon plays it out line, and now Rennie is behind it, puts his pressure. He will win a throw for it. So Xavier invoking some passion in his teammates, letting them know this is the last few seconds of the game, so we have to give everything. And City clears. Sion is behind it with Nanton. Sion gets the advantage, and it is then cleared out back into the City, top of the City box, and a header. And no team taking chances at this stage. No team wants to give it up. Gift coming out confidently and heading. And now City are going to bring that attack down the right flank. And they try a long pass. It is not going to reach its destination. And a nice touch there. And a nice pass. And a nice turn. Some good work here by the Cardinals player. Rennie's on a breakaway. He looks for his option. He cuts in. He sees the opportunity. He shoots. And he shoots wide. That was his opportunity. He knows it. He had everything. A great sequence there coming out of the back. Up that left flank for Cardinals. And probably their best chance of the half. All the hard work that Rennie did. He could not keep his knee over the ball. And it just sailed over the top corner of the goal. So City changed their strategy for these last couple seconds and go long, searching for that goal. Cardinals continue to press. They sort of sat back a little deep, and that is going to be a foul, no doubt. And a yellow card is going to be shown. And Cardinals getting the ball in what could be a dangerous position here. But first, the player needs some attention. At this hour, the bodies of these players, no doubt, would have been bruised and battered, not just from this game, but for a full season of football in this Northern Federation Youth Football competition. So, I believe it's our goal scorer. No, it is not. We will get confirmation in a second. Who is down? It's Dixon, but he's back up. And Sion fancies himself for this free kick. It's a bit of distance, but still a dangerous position. If he puts it in the right place, it could cause some problems for Agostini, who is not the tallest keeper, although he's very competent with both his feet and his hands. So, in probably one of the last plays of the game, let's see what Sion can produce. The wall is set up. The line of plays on the top of the 18-yard box. Agostini clearly behind it. Sion runs up to kick, and a nice kick, and it goes just over the net. He tries to take advantage of Agostini's height, but he underestimates the height of the bar. So City goes long for these last couple seconds. There can't be very much time. We are 4 minutes over regulation for the stoppages earlier. And now City has a chance to attack. It's with this man here who's a danger, Nanton. He goes down the line. No doubt he's going to take on his man. He cuts all the way in. He crosses it. A definitely chance, a flick. But that flick does not work. It would have been a spectacular goal, but went just a little wide. Definitely City's best attack for the half and maybe even the game. But now we see this man Rennie pushing the line. And, a tackle from behind is going to be a kick. And, it's a throw. They played very fast. And a lot of skill here, but they're not going to get past Xavier, who wins a throw for his team. He tries to go the line, and City come out with the ball. They try to change sides. Referee almost involved. Rennie is not able to beat his man. And it is going to be a throw-in. Sion is going to take it. His teammate Rennie looks like he is out of oxygen temporarily. He is hands on his knees. Done a lot of work. Knew he had his opportunity a moment ago, beaten plus 2 men, and that is going to be the end of the game. And the score finishing 1-1. Cardinals, although not winning the game, by finishing with an additional point, put them in second place, I believe, with a superior goal difference. And both teams coming off with a good spirit despite the 2 red cards earlier. So a good matchup here, balanced matchup, a clash of not only teams but football philosophies. So first we are going to see a few highlights, and we see here the first goal by Dan clear off the chest that gave Cardinals an earlier lead, and then that followed, of course, with the penalty from this kick here that was put away by Blackman. And those were the goals that settled the outcome. But we saw that some great opportunities. Gift, in my opinion, man of the match for his goalkeeping. Apart from that sequence of 3 saves, he also saved the first attempt at the penalty, although it was deemed to have been illegal for him stepping off his line. And then this chance here at the very end with Nanton running down the line, and a flick that just did not come off how it should have. So the City players would have been disappointed. Cardinals satisfied with the result, and that brings to the end a great encounter to end the under-17 division here in Mocha Maraval. So thanks for joining us, and don't forget, tune in tomorrow. There are under-17, there are under-20 fixtures and one under-17 game to be played here in the Northern Federation Youth Football Tournament.